Monologue for Shut-Ins, number 269. Hey, I don't eat Brussels sprouts anymore. Uh, yeah, and the reason for that is because a Brussels sprout turns out to be exactly the same size as my hemorrhoids. Yeah, and so, if I eat Brussels sprouts, well, you do the math. Um, and did you know that 60% of Republicans think that Donald Trump won the last election and should immediately be installed as the rightful president of the United States? And yet, it's the Democrats whose symbol for their party is a jackass. But Florida right now has the lowest rate of COVID infections in the U.S. How is that possible? Unless it's because half the state is already dead from the disease. Yeah, maybe that's why. Because of excessive drinking during the pandemic, there are more liver transplants being performed right now than ever before. More liver transplants. Yeah, and that figure doesn't even come close to the number of husband replacements. And yesterday, the United States government issued its first passport with an X gender classification. As a result, they've also had to change the name of border control to going through uncustoms. Of course. And Disneyland just raised their prices again. A ticket to Disneyland that used to be $41 in the year 2000 is now $164. Yeah, that means Disneyland prices have been inflated more than their Dumbo balloons. And ABBA is making a comeback. Yeah, ABBA is releasing their first album since 1982. The Swedish group members, of course, are all in their 70s now. In fact, they're so old that ABBA is what some of them say when they want to get fed. ABBA, ABBA, ABBA. And apparently, Facebook even had an algorithm for the use of the angry emoji. Yeah, the use of the angry emoji is only equaled by the face that normal people make when they have and then when they see it. And in Japan, the royal princess there just married a commoner and was then immediately stripped of her imperial status, which is not to be confused with what happened to the princess on her wedding night. Dr. Birx testified in Congress that Trump was so distracted by his reelection campaign that it cost hundreds of thousands of lives. Yeah, of course, determining the difference between Trump distracted and Trump paying attention, was a cabinet level position in Washington in those days. That's Monologue for Shut-Ins, number 269.